right now with 11 eliminations. They keep finding teams, and it looks like they have no idea. They have no threat of backing out just yet. Over to those 3v3s that we were talking about. It's GK Esports and 4 Angry Men that have the better numbers, but will GeekFam be able to climb that mountain high to take on that challenge and to end up as one of the last teams standing right now in quite a bit of a position, as both of those 3-man teams are applying pressure to their situation and their current position. And once again, GK Esports, they find themselves absolutely zone blessed.
Man. Give the circle over to GeekFam, man. They worked for it. Coming in from the northwestern side, dealt with IHC, dealt with multitude of teams on the north, cleaned out the last player at the shack to take the flat, and then had to press in, downhill, being shot at by every team that was up, and then taking out Furious Gaming, and they still don't get the favor of the Circle Gods? I don't know. But then again, they've lost Circle every time, and all they've been doing is just been picking up eliminations. So maybe this will work out for the better of them. This is going to be the most difficult one yet, though. Meanwhile, 4 AM on the northern side. They'll lose the cover of the dip, so yeah, they have to leave the dip side. It looks like they'll lay down some smokes and use their vehicles as a last-ditch attempt at some hard cover. Ideally, I think 4 AM chokes out the GeekFam team. And then with the last 3, goes in for the last fight with the side of GK. Actually, they're not going to wait to choke out the team of GeekFam. They're going to go ahead and slam right in already. 4 AM now turning on the aggression. This gives an opening for GeekFam to maybe get into this zone as well.
This is the best possible opportunity here for GeekFam. As 4 AM, they take on their only other competitors with the 3 men still up. It is GK Esports. Gaith right now trying to hold them off with a few nades, a few mollies being sent on out just to make this approach for them as difficult as possible. Has at least ticked down those HP bars to half, but it's going to be Ragnar and Hope that have to apply that backup, that have to give that backup and that covering fire. Otherwise, Gaith might be finding themselves in a difficult position. Ragnar now moving on up as Gaith goes down to a nade. So 4 Angry Men, they might take this as the trigger to move on up.
Yeah, that's another really good nade right there. Knocking that player down to have to get the confirmation too. That should be an easy revive for the 4 AM team, as now GK on the back foot will probably play a bit more passive. There is still a team of GeekFam out here for both teams to deal with, and Hope gets one of GeekFam. 4 AM picks up the other. We're down to the last 2 team. It's a 2v2 situation. Savon here, such a veteran player. We have seen this player all year long. They get the revive. 3v2. GK on the back foot here. Chiken pushing up close, establishing pressure. All the meanwhile, 4 AM getting ever so closer. Do they know Ragnar is in that shack, though? They're throwing util at the building. If they had an idea of clearing out this shack, I feel like at least one util would have gone their way. So they got to be careful. And just as I say that, they do check the shack with the grenade. 3v1 situation. Hope, he is the last hope now for the GK team. 1v3. UMP out on the side, gets one, can get the second one, but the trade is good. And that is 4 AM coming back from a very quiet year last year. This team